Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back once again to Technology Information Channel. Today in this video, I am going to talk about to explain the complete wiring diagram of the FG Wilson controller Powerwizard 1.1 controller. 1.2, 1.3, that's all our same wiring system, but little bit a menu and front view panels. The buttons may be a difference, but the wiring concept is very close and same. So, if you understand the complete wiring installation methods, wiring routes, wiring traces, and how complete wiring is connected back together, you will be able to fix any kind of generator, have issue with the Powerwizard controller. Okay, so complete detail and complete explanation in this video. Before starting the video, a small request to all newcomers: if you are first time on my channel, please make sure to subscribe, and also don't forget to hit the bell notification to getting latest update videos. So let's begin. So as you can see, this is the front view of the Powerwizard 1.1, 1.2, 1.3 and 1.4 controllers. As you can see here, we have some buttons, navigation key, generator key, engine key, and home menu key. And here we have a start key, auto mode key, and also rest or stop button. Okay, here we have some control panel, light testing, and mute alarms, and check the event clocks. So let me explain first of all these key features and the key workings. When the generator is running, you will want to see the voltages line to line, line to neutral, line to phase, amperes and kilowatt, kVAR, everything you want to see it. You should press this button of the generator. As you can see, AC symbol on it. You press this key, you will be enter in a generator mode. You can see able to see the generator voltages line to line, line to neutral, line to line, and generator ampere rating, kilowatts, everything you see. After that, if you want to enter the engine mode, you should press this engine buttons. You will see the engine RPMs, oil pressures, cooling temperature, pressure, and also the engine speed and everything so about related to the engine. If you want to enter a general menu, your home menu, you need to press the home buttons. And also, as you can see here, this button is used to start the generator manually, and this is when you press the yellow button, this will be the your controller is enter in a auto operation system. Okay, after that, if you want to stop the generator manually, you should press the red button to stop the generator. If some problems and some warning indications, shutdown alarm is occurred here and generator shut down, you should press this button. Okay, and then enter in a event lock by OK buttons. And this is the up, down, left, right arrow keys, and this is the escape keys. If you want to escape from the settings and the previous settings, you should press the escape buttons and also the OK key. This is the OK key. So this is the complete short explanation of the key. So let's me move back to the back side of this controller. And this controller have a back side connectors, 70 pin connectors. Let me open this connector. As you can see here, the Powerwizard 1.1, 1.2 plus 1, 2.1. This are all same as you can see here, and this is the 70 pins connectors, and each pins have on numbers here, like let's mean 35, and there's start from 31, and there is a 60 and there is a 70. You can check by numberings the all pins and figure out which pin is which number have. So this is the behind 70 pin connector. So let's me go to open the complete wiring diagram of this 70 pin connector. You should understand the complete basic of this wiring diagram. So let me open. So let me explain each relay step by step. First of all, relay number 1, engine cooling. As you can see, this is all, as you can see, pin 51. Pin 51 is out to ECR, engine cranking relay. Okay, it's going to the sending signal to the engine cranking relay just for the relay coils. Okay, and relay number 2 is fuel control relay. This is going to the fuel control relay just to the relay coil. And relay number 3, this is, as you can see, SAR relay. This is going to the starting air relay. And relay audible alarm, as you can see, this is going to the audible alarm bit required, as you can see. So how this circuit is work, as you can see here, this is going to the fuel relay. When the fuel relay is energized, that's getting positive supply, the fuel relay to the normally open context. When the relay is energized, the relay context goes to normally closed, and that's send, as you can see here, we have SS. As you can see, SS. starter solenoid, as you can see, and the starter solenoid will be pull the plunger inside and close the contacts of the starter motor, and the starter motor will be turning over and cranking the engine will start. Understand? As you can see here, this wire, as you can see, this wire is our positive out. As you can see here, also we have, as you can see, M3 6 ampere. Here we have fuse also, and here is a complete junction of the positive. One is going to the glow plugs to turning on, and one is going to the charging alternator, as you can see, to the positive of the charging alternator, and one side is going to the SS starting solenoid, as you can see here, and the starter motor another side is connect with the battery negatives, and also the charging alternator connect with the battery negatives. Understand? And the glow plug bodies is also grounded. Understand? If your engine is not cranking, you should check this relay, the ECR relay, engine cranking relay. If your engine is cranking but does not start, you should check the fuel relay. Okay? Check the multimeter and start to crank, and check the output to this pin 48, as you can see, and check if you should getting between positive and negative system voltages. That means the controller is working and sending signal to the fuel control relay, and then after that check the fuel relay should cranking, and then should after that checking the relay load contacts, normally open and normally close. You should check the relay normally close contact during the relay energizing. After that, as you can see, the starting aid relay, this will be start the starting aid when you start to cranking the generator. This will be keep turning on the glow plugs and keep turning on the fuel transfer pump to properly engine is fuel up fuel pump and fuel injection system, and after that the glow plugs are running certain amount of time, and then finally the starting aids is in and cranking the engine over, and engine starts successfully. As you can see here, relay number 5, common alarms. As you can see, you can install this relay for common alarms or horn or sometime beep sound loudspeaker. And when the generator is running, as you can see, relay number 6, this is the generator run relay. Let's keep turning on the fuel transfer and show on the screen the generator is running. As you can see, the relay number 7 is fuel transfer. As you can see, FT pin number 2 is out to the fuel transfer. This is the fuel transfer pump. Some engine have fuel transfer pump, some engine not have fuel transfer pump. If your fuel transfer pump is not working, you should check this relay number 7. Pin numbers and 70 pin connector, pin number 2 and pin number 25. As you can see, this is the 3 points relay. This all are free contacts relay. You should, if you giving the positive supply, you will be getting positive. If you give the negative supply, you will be getting negative supply. But this 2 relay is by default programmed by the factory. Some relay you should need to program. As you can see here, we have relay number 8 is spare, and as you can see, TO and P1, as you can see, the spare relay also spare contacts. Okay, so this is the concept of the wiring diagram of this controller. As you can see here, we have FCFs, LFC, FLPS and SCA. As you can see, 53 ampere, 53 ampere, 53 ampere. Okay, and some engine have electronic governance option not available with 1002 module panels. Okay, 1002 module panels is always installed with it. So let's move. As you can see here, the CAN 1J1939 is ground 42 and positive negative, and also as you can see, we have 120 ohm resistors between these 2 terminals. If your related issue CAN communication system, you should check this CAN communication line, CAN high and CAN low, and the emergency push buttons. As you can see here, pin 70, the last pin of the 70 pin connector is emergency push button. As you can see here, we have emergency push buttons, and normally close contact is used for it. When you press the emergency push button, this normally close contact goes to open, normally open. As you can see, this supply is going, positive supply is going for the fuel and the fuel relay and cranking relay. As you can see, this positive supply is feed through the emergency push button. As you can see here, this is coming an input and a cranking relay, and then out from the 51. Pin 61 is input positive and then out to the ECR. And also, as you can see, this is wire number 17, positive supply from the emergency push button is going to the also the fuel control relay. As you can see, input pin 17, wire number 17 to pin 58 of the fuel control relay, and then out from the pin 48 going to the FCR. And also, as you can see, this the starting air relay is used. As you can see, this is the common supply, positive supply to this all relay. As you can see, just the relay number 4 audible alarm relay. As you can see, this only just using the negative supply. Let me check in all this. As you can see, this is our negative supply. This is going to the SAR relay, SAR relay. As you can see, SAR relay is feeding through the negative supply. As you can see, audible alarm relay just using by the negative supply only. Okay, but the relay number 1, relay number 2, fuel, crank, and start at this are using taking supply from the emergency push button. Understand? Emergency push button, emergency stop button. As you can see, this pin number 17 is going to distribute this input to these relay. So let's me move. Check it out. The remote start. As you can see, this is our remote start. Remote start is, as you can see, DO2 reference. As you can see here, this is the emergency push button, and pin 55, bar number 24 as remote start. As you can see, reference DO2. What's mean by DO2? As you can see, reference DO2 is negative feed signal for the remote control system. If you give the negative signal control through the relay to remote start on pin 55, bar number 24, this will be working as a remote control. You should need to put the controller in auto by pressing the yellow key, and after that you should give the negative supply to this controller. After that, as you can see here, we have LCL, low coolant level, temperature sensor. As you can see here, we have some spares, analog signal. As you can see, earth fault, as you can see, overload, and spare 5-volt supply out. This is the 5-volt supply out. Sometimes is used for synchronization system to control the AVR, to control the governor. And also here we have oil pressure. If you have oil pressure related sensor issue, you should check the pin 56. OP is output. Okay, oil pressure. And as you can see, the coolant temperature, ECT, as you can see, ET, and fuel level are oil temperature. Okay, and out return to these 3 pins. And also, if you have speed related issue, you should check pin 65, 66, and 67. This is the MPU input, magnetic pickup input. Understand? So this is the upper side. As you can see, the generator input supply and CT coil supply. As you can see, this is the main line supply, VA, VB, VC, and neutral, and CT1, CT2, CT3, and CT, all CT common. Understand? And here we have, as you can see, for AVR, T8 and T11 is going to the 110 volt AVR system sensing, and also the alternator exciter 5 and 6 as a F positive and F negative, sometime E plus and E minus. Okay, and this all should, as you can see, base should be earth and grounding. Understand? So as you can see, the customer auxiliary supply, optional heater connection, and battery charging commons, and battery charger DC commons. Understand? So if this is the complete wiring diagram explanation. If you have further any question, any confusion, please write comment below in this video comment section. My Gmail is also available in this video description. If you require this wiring diagram, I will be sending you through my Gmail. Thanks for watching. See you all next time. Goodbye.